In our other story tonight, the allies of Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte are poised to overwhelm the Senate. Following yesterday's midterm polls, 9 of the 12 seats are likely to go to candidates endorsed by the president. The win will clear the way for Mr. Duterte's most controversial plans. Now, what does the outcome of the midterm election spell for the Philippines? For that, we're speaking to Victor Andres Manhit. He's an expert in Philippine politics and managing director of Bauer Group Asia in Manila. Thanks, Victor, for joining us. Firstly, what are your thoughts or what's your reading on the unofficial results in the Senate race? How does this reflect on President Duterte?
Right now, the results of the election seems to favor the president with at least 9 out of 12. We have 12 seats up for senatorial election. And these are candidates that he endorsed and are supportive of his coalition. I think the president tried to raise this election as a referendum or argue that, are you for the continuity of my directions or programs in government? And it seems that the general public supported him with a strong outcome of the elections in favor of national and even his local and congressional candidates.
All right, so with this ringing endorsement of, President Duterte, how will that actually affect domestic and foreign policies moving forward, though?
Domestic-wise, which is exactly his strength, he entered the election challenged by inflation or economic issues that were really hounding his government. But as we entered the middle of the campaign, by the end of the first quarter, we see his government doing well in managing inflation and in the delivery of basic social services. And we see a rise on his approval rating. It hit a high of 87% as of end of March. And I believe that really built the momentum of support for his endorsed candidates.
Now, it's been an uphill battle.
On the foreign policy side, on the foreign policy side, I just wanted to emphasize that the president, though he continues to be very popular, a big challenge for him really is that his supporters, that means referring to the general public supporting him, tends to go the opposite ways when we speak of his stance on the independent foreign policy, which is biased towards China. That's where he has been traveled the past 3 years. He continues to get poor ratings on this issue, but on the domestic front, he is very high, and it's reflective of the results of the election.
No, it's been an uphill battle for the opposition, the Ocho Derecho party. None of their candidates made it to the top 12. What do you make of their sort of lackluster results?
I think there was a strategic mistake on their part. They focused on using the election and on challenging the government of President Duterte and its priorities, popularly known in the Philippines as the war on drugs. But I believe that how can you compete or go against a president that was quite popular and even reaching its peak of popularity and the support from the people March of this year. So I believe it was not good to raise the issue and focus on the president. They could have concentrated on a few candidates whom the president favored, but reflect maybe integrity, question on integrity issues or corruption issues. So, but they failed to focus on these issues and really made the president the focus of their campaign, and the public or the electorate seems to go the other way with regard to this issue.
All right, speaking of focusing on an individual, what do you think about the Senate debut for Amy Marcos? Do you see the Marcos family, coming back into political power again?
Of course, this is not the first time that they have won. The brother also won, but one thing that we should take note of, when the brother won, I think 2010, and now the sister winning this election, we have to realize that they're not topping the senatorial campaign. So it's reflective also that they have a support base, but not enough at this moment to really show a comeback as a political power in the Philippines.
All right, thank you very much, Victor, for that. Victor Manhit, Managing Director of Bauer Group Asia.